Good day, class. I am Ma'am Lara, and may I request for all of you to stand so that we'll be able to start our discussion with a short prayer. Let us bow our head and feel the presence of the Lord. Amen. Now, before you settle down, I want you to check if there are any pieces of trash or piece of paper underneath your tables or chairs. And if so, please put it in your bag. Thank you so much. Now, let us proceed with our attendance checking. Class President, do we have any absentees for today? Mom, that's great to hear. Now let us proceed with our classroom rules. For our classroom rules, always keep in mind the word Lara. L stands for listen actively when others are speaking. A stands for always show respect to everyone. R, raise your hand before speaking. And the last A stands for arrive on time and be ready to learn. Are you ready to learn? Before we proceed with our new topic, let us first recall what our last discussion is all about. Our last discussion is all about the types of proportion. Now, can anyone tell me what are the four types of proportion? Yes? Very good. The four types of proportion are direct, inverse, partitive, and combined proportion. Now, let us go through our motivational activity called fly or flop. Basically, it is a true or false, but instead of saying true or false, we'll say fly if the statement is true and flop if the statement is false. Let us start. The first statement is negative 9x minus y is a mathematical expression. Is it fly or flop? Fly, very good. The statement is true. Second statement, 5 is the absolute value of 7 minus 5. Fly or flop? Flop. Why? Yes, very good, because 2 is the absolute value of 7 minus 5. The third one is inequality can be denoted by less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and not equal to. Fly or flop? Very good, fly. It is true. And the last one, x squared plus 3 equals 7 is a linear equation. Fly or flop? Very good, fly as well, because the statement is true. Now that we are all motivated to learn, let us proceed with our learning objectives. Let us all read our learning objectives. So, at the end of this lesson, the learner will be able to, number one, define and differentiate the properties of equality used in solving linear equations in one variable. Find and verify the solution of linear equation in one variable using different properties of equality. Number 3, demonstrate collaborative effort during group problem-solving activity in linear equation of one variable. And the last one is to apply the process of solving linear equations in one variable in real-life situations. Now, after reading our learning objectives, what do you think is our lesson for today? Very good. Our lesson is about solving linear equations in one variable. But before we delve deeper into our main topic, let us first ponder this problem. And don't solve for the answer yet. Just look for the connection of this problem and our topic. Yes? Very good. It shows how important solving linear equation is in our daily life. It can be used to easily solve problems in costing, budgeting, or problems like this one, because you can easily solve this by just looking at it, right? You will have to imagine an equation na will help you to solve the problem. Let us close this first. We will go back to this equation later after our discussion. Now, let us first define what is linear equation in one variable. Linear equation in one variable is an equation of first degree. Well, first degree equation in one variable is an equation wherein the highest exponent of the variable is 1. It is expressed in the form ax plus b is equal to 0, or sometimes ax plus b is equal to c, wherein a is the coefficient, x is the variable, and b is the constant. Third, now, with the given meaning, it says that the variable of the exponent is the exponent of the variable rather is always 1. So it cannot be written in the form x squared, x cubed, and so on and so forth. Now, for us to solve a linear equation in one variable, we must understand first the properties of equality. Actually, we have more than four, but for today, we will only focus on the main or the four basic properties of equality. Now, the first property of equality, given that A, B, and C are real numbers, says that if A is equal to B, then A plus C is equal to B plus C. That is the addition property of equality. For example, we have x minus 4 is equal to 0. In order for us to solve for x, we need to use APE, or we need to add 4 on both sides of the equation to solve for the value of x. Now, the second property is subtraction property of equality, or the SPE. It is basically like the addition property, but of course in subtraction form now. If A is equal to B, then A minus C is equal to B minus C. For example, we have here x plus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, we need to subtract 2 on both sides of the equation so that we'll be able to find for the value of x, which is negative 2. Any question? So far, none. For our third property of equality, we have the multiplication property of equality, or MPE. It says that if A is equal to B, then A multiplied by C is equal to B multiplied by C. For example, we have here x over 6 is equal to 5. If to isolate the variable, we need to multiply the denominator to both sides of the equation, and it will give us the answer of 30. Are we clear? Very good. It is easy, right? Now, the last property of equality is the division property of equality, or the DEE. It says that if A is equal to B, given that C is not equal to 0, then A divided by C is equal to B divided by C. For example, we have here 8x is equal to 56. We will use DPE, or we will divide the coefficient on the both sides of the equation, and it will give us the answer of x is equal to 7. Now, to further understand our topic, I have prepared some equations for us to solve. Our first equation is, this one, this one. 8 multiplied by x plus 2 minus 4 is equal to 6x plus 2. First, we need to rewrite our equation. 8x plus 2 plus 2. What will be our first step? Yes, very good. We need to distribute the 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Minus 4 is equal to 6x plus 2. Simplify. What is 16 minus 4? Yes. I'm sorry. 16 minus 4 is 12. 6x, and then copy the rest. And then what property of equality should we use here? Very good. The SPE. We should minus, or we should subtract 12 on the both sides of the equation. Simplify. 8x is equal to 6x. 2 minus 12 is negative 10. Very good. Now, what property of equality should we use in order to isolate the variable? SPE again. We will subtract negatives. We will subtract 6x on both sides of the equation in order for us to isolate them. Now, simplify. 8x minus 6x is 2x. Very good. 2x is equal to negative 10. What property of equality should we use for us to solve for the value of x? Yes, DPE. We will divide it on 2. We will divide it with 8. X is equal to, what is the answer? Negative 5. Now, let us check if we have the correct answer. Yes, x is equal to negative 5. And what do you think will happen if we substitute our computed value to the original equation? Yes, if this equation turns into true, it turns into true statement, then this number is the solution of the equation. Now let us try to verify it or substitute it back. There you go. By substituting the negative 5 in this equation, we will have a true statement of negative 28 is equal to negative 28. Therefore, negative 5 is the solution number of this equation. Now let us have another example. Our example number 2 is 3/4 x plus 5 is equal to 8. Let us rewrite our equation. What will be our first step? Very good, SPE. We will subtract 5 on both sides of the equation. Simplify 3/4 x will be 3. Very good. And after this, what property of equality should we use? Yes, MPE. Very good. We will multiply 4 on both sides of the equation. What is so that we will be able to cancel this, and it will leave us to 3x. What's 3 times 4? 12. Very good. Now, the last step is to do a DPE. Very good. We will divide this in 3. Now, x is equal to 4. Very good. Now, let us check if we have the correct answer. Yes, x is equal to 4. Now, if we substitute this back to this equation, we will have 8 is equal to 8, which is an example of a true statement. Therefore, this number, or number 4, is the solution number of the equation 3/4 x plus 5 is equal to 8. Now, on your own, I want you to solve this. Yes, you have answered that. What is your answer? Negative 5. Let us check. Okay, by using distributive property, SPE and DPE, we will have an x which is equal to 5. And by substituting it back to the equation, we will have a true statement of negative 3 is equal to negative 3. Therefore, the number is the solution of the equation. Next example. Anyone? Okay, what is your answer? 6. Any other answer? 7. Okay, let us check who is right. X is equal to 7 by using distributive property APE and SPE. And if we substitute it back to our original equation, we will have a true statement of 8 is equal to 8. Therefore, the number is the solution of the equation. Very good. Now, after all this example, what can you infer about the purpose of each property of equality? Are they just rules we follow, or do they serve specific function? Yes. Very good. Each property serves a specific logical function that keeps an equation balanced and true throughout the solving process, right? And when we are applying APE and SPE and moving terms into the opposite sides, what do you think the step is actually doing to the equation? Very good. We are performing an operation to maintain balance. Now, what do you think would happen if we apply the wrong property of equality in solving the equation? Yes, very good. We will have an incorrect answer, and it will break the logical function of the solution. I guess you are all ready for our group activity. This group activity is a CLS Jigsaw problem solving. Earlier this day, I already grouped your section into 2 equal group of 8. Okay, this activity is called Pocket Me. This will be your groupings for today. Please refer to the list and go find your group mates already. Now, for our direction, complete the 2-column chart using the set of clue cards that I will give to you in your group. Now, each member must work together in order to complete the table, because not one member or not single clue card has enough information for you to solve this whole problem. So you need to work together for you to be able to complete the 2-column proof. And after 5 minutes of brainstorming, everybody or everyone who holds the clue card will go here and place their answer in the pocket, so that we will have a complete pocket chart. Understand? Okay. Now, you will be graded with this rubrics. Please be minded. And now, 5 minutes has passed. Let us proceed with the presentation of group A. Now, the third reason, or the reason for this is what? What property? SPE. Very good. And the fourth, after the simplification, the fifth step is to do SPE again, wherein you will, wherein you will subtract 3x on both sides of the equation. And when you simplify it, it will give you negative x is equal to 0. But we shouldn't have a negative value of variable. So we should do A, B, E, E. Okay, very good, very good, very good, group A. Well done. Now let us proceed with group B. What is the second step here? Very good. To distribute the 2 in x plus 7. This will be the statement. And then the fourth step is to, very good, to do A, S, P, E. Okay. And the simplified version of this equation is 14 is not equal to 9, which says that this is not the solution for this equation. Now, after solving for the missing value, each group, both of you, or any member can answer. How can you determine if an equation has a solution or no solution? What does the result tell you about the given equation? Yes? Very good. Substituting back your answer into the original equation will determine if the equation has a solution or no, and the result will tell you whether the equation is inconsistent, consistent, or dependent. Now you are all ready for individual activity. Please get 1/2 crosswise of yellow paper and answer this equation. Now, anyone have an answer already? Yes, what is your answer? 6. Any other answer? 7, 6, 7. Just kidding. Just kidding. Anyways, the answer is 6 by using distributive property, SPE, SPE, and DEE. Okay? Then we will arrive with x is equal to 6. Now we will substitute it back to our equation, which will give us a true statement of negative 20 is equal to negative 20. Therefore, 6 is the solution of the equation. Now, let us go back to our problem here. Let us solve this by the knowledge that we have gained today. Okay? Let us all read. 3, 2, 1, go. You are selling kwek-kwek in your school canteen and each cup costs 20 pesos. You also sold 3 pieces of turon that cost 7 pesos each. If you collected 161 in total, how many cups of kwek-kwek did you sell? Now, let us say, or let us ask, how can you represent the situation using a linear equation? Anyone? Very good. We can represent this by using 20x plus 21 is equal to 161. Where did it came from? 20 is the price of the kwek-kwek. Okay? X is the missing value, or the cups of kwek-kwek that we sold. Okay? This is the cups. 21 came from the 3 turon that we sold. Okay? Which is 7 pesos each. Then this is our total profit. Now, in order for us to solve for x, what should we do? Yes. Very good. We will do an SPE. Wherein we will subtract 21 on both sides of the equation. Very good. Now simplify. 161 minus 21 is 140. What property of equality will be using here? Very good. DEE. We will divide 20 on both sides of the equation. Therefore, x is equal to 7. What does this tell us? Yes, anyone? It means that 7 cups of wet were sold. Very good. Now, in your own words, what is the purpose of properties of equality? The purpose is very good to make sure that every step we take while solving an equation is logically justified, and it also serves as the rules of fairness in algebra. Very good. Now, why do we need to apply the same operation on both sides of the equation? Yes, because the equation is a statement of balance. The equal sign means both sides hold the same value. Very good. Now, I guess you are all ready for quiz. I will give you your answer sheet, and this is the instruction. Fill in the 2-column proof of the given problem and verify your answer by substituting back to the original equation. This is our equation, and this is our 2-column proof. Now, answer on the answer sheets that I have provided. After 5 minutes, I will collect it as I am the one who will be checking it, okay? Okay, 5 minutes is done. I will collect it now. And for your peace of mind, the answer is 6 by using distributive property SPE, SPE, and DPE. And if we verify it, we will have a true statement of -20 is equal to -20. Okay, therefore, 6 is the number, or 6 is the solution number of the equation. Now let us go back with our objectives. Did we meet the objectives? Did we define and differentiate the properties of equality used in solving linear equations? Yes. Did we find and verify the solution of linear equation in one variable? Yes. Did we demonstrate collaborative effort during group problem solving? Yes, on your group activity earlier. And did we apply the process of solving linear equations in one variable in real life situations? Yes, with this problem. Now, I guess that's all for today. I hope you learned something new, and I will meet you again next meeting. Goodbye!